Hello and welcome to race 21 of 36 of the 2020 Kevin Harvick Championship here on NR2003. We're closing in on the finish of this one. And today it's time for the race at Kentucky Speedway, which turns out to be the last one held at this track, even though I believe this and Chicagoland should get at least one, just one more shot with the next gen car. But anyway, it's not the topic here today. We have a 241 point gap over Brad Keselowski, so yeah, we're pretty much, we're kind of safe on that we're going to be points leader after this race and probably even after the next race if we have absolute dog shit runs. Still sitting on 0 DNFs, finished all but 4 races in the top 10, so yeah, I think today's going to be another one of the good results. We have somewhat decent speed at Kentucky. I've done some practice already. Not been the quickest, but if the cards fall right, we should be in for a good run, as we do usually on the speedways, not the super speedways. We haven't had any luck there lately, but yeah, let's go racing for the quickest 400.
Drivers, start your engines.
Starting them from dead fucking last at Kentucky. I've only been about 19th quickest, I'd say. I've been 18th quickest in practice, but that was like a good lap. I've been hovering right around my usual times, somewhere between 21st to 19th, so kind of around that time what these guys in those positions did. Anyway, I've been struggling with finding grip going into turn 3, exiting turn 4 into 1 and 2. That's fine, but turn 3 really, it just feels like the car loses all tire grip. So and I had that issue in qualifying. I've been half a second off of Matt Benedetto here. Luckily, Denny Hamlin also had a bad qualifying run, so I can take some solace in that I'm not lost, that I'm not that bad around here compared to my championship rivals, but still. I'm gonna go out there and gonna be a bit pessimistic, but I don't think we'll even get into the top 20 at the end of the day. Now watch me win the race because something stupid will happen. But this is genuinely the most off pace I've been all season long, and it had to happen. We've had 20 straight races where we've been somewhat on the pace. Anyway, Christopher Bell on pole position, by the way, from Eric Almirola, starting grid down at the bottom of your screen, because we are going green for 54 laps at Kentucky. Decent start, really good start here. So that's something. Want to get out of the no man's land that is the back of the pack, with the blokes BJ McLeod, they're Bailey Curry 53, so some of these folks. Ryan Blaney also had a bad start in the yellow and red car. They're just behind. You could just see how much time I lost there into turn 3 and out of 4. Made up some ground there, even gonna pass 3 cars into that corner, even though McLeod shoots it back down the inside. Yeah, we'll just see where we go from here. It's yeah, just gonna work my way up. I mean, can't be any worse than starting that last,
We
got a bit of a run here out of the corner, but Brandon Poole slows us down there. Didn't want to run into him on corner entry. Now they're taking 3 wide. McLeod and Curry did. We've just gone past the 53 on this lap now, so we're running 36th after 4 laps completed. Blaney, though, not any better. So the Daytona 500 champion has some issues as well here. Hamlin only made it up to about the top half of the 30s here. So we got another good run. I said, 1 and 2, that's fine. Those are my best corners, but then we're going to 3 and 4. I just don't really know where to brake, because it feels like the grip is always somewhere else. But then turn 4 and exit, once you find the traction, it's giddy up and go when you're making some moves. So Hampshire, they're slow on the apron. Probably got loose there, maybe, as he was in the transition from the flat part there on the apron and the embankment and tri-oval. So making up another spot here. Yeah, I guess we just have to be quick in all the other corners. There's 4 corners. If we suck in one, not ideal, but you can work with it. As we are now up into... Are we into 32nd already? No, we aren't. Oh, yes, we are. Okay. Going past Josh Bilicki, and we're now behind Cole Custer, my teammate, who has won here in 2020 in real life, in what was probably the biggest upset of 2020. My personal favorite finish of that season. It was just watch the Quaker State 400 overtime restart of 2020. That was really fun, really fun. We actually made our way up into the top 30, so there's that. Battling with my teammate there on the outside. Kentucky was actually... The races were... in 2019 and 2020, but they had some exciting finishes. But if you want to know why Kentucky was never a loved racetrack, just Google why. You'll find out pretty soon why nobody really loved the track. I mean, it was just cursed from the get-go. When it made its way into the Cup Series. But I think there's some potential for the next-gen cars. But then again, if it doesn't work, then you can just bomb the place because it will never work. But if it does work with the next gens, I think we could have some good races here. I have faith that we could have some good races here. So we're just going past Custer. Now behind the Dryden Ford of Core the Joy. Just going to complete lap 10 and we're making progress. So making progress. We're in 29th. Alright. Battling now with the 32. But if we continue at this pace, might even get a top 20 after all. Just gonna keep our head down, keep pushing, and see what happens. Also getting a little more comfortable with 3 and 4. So that's a good thing. Up to 28th at the moment. Now going around the outside of Michael McDowell. There's some grip around the outside, which we usually have. Still a little deep into the corner. Oh my god. Losing all of the rear end traction there and countless spots. Well, actually 2, but still. We're right back down to 29th. Okay, we're just gonna stick to the inside, and Blaney just shoots it down. And we're dropping right back out of the top 30. Side by side with my teammate Cole Custer. So we got at least only one spot, net last. Yeah, I think we just gotta try the inside. That's the place to be, the traction compound. Well, the run to Blaney is he has some issues getting going. Look at the amount of space we just lost there to the top 20 group. I said, well, we're just a bit off the pace today. There's some grip around the middle, but just in 1 and 2, I feel like, not really in 3 and 4. Look at the run we get around the outside of him here. Trying down the inside of Hamlin. Oh, that was nice. That was a really nice run we just made there. See, down to the apron. We got the speed. Okay, we make that work 3 wide. Not quite. Not quite, even though we're still 3 wide through the center of the corner. And on exit, McDowell, a little slow, had to get out of the gas there as he's battling the Units Chevy of Quinn Houff. 0-0, and I heard some contact there. I think that was McDowell running into the 0-0. As we almost spin coming out of turn 4. Alright, side by side with the 34 still. Up into 25th position, we just went. We're making some steam, we're just not as fast. We're 24th now with McDowell side by side. Oh, and there's someone in the wall. Smoke, but no caution. As they keep it going, it looked like Ryan Newman. Yeah, I think that's the bloke who just slowed there on the outside. That's Newman. My teammate Eric Almirola seemed to have been involved in that as well. 2 cars on the outside just ahead of Ty Dillon, who we are chasing for 20th at the moment. We're going to go to replay, but before we do that, we mount a bit of a charge here. Seems like the AI is also struggling with grip sometimes. As we are able to just ride around the outside of Dylan into the top 20 after 22 laps completed at the Kentucky Speedway. And here's what happened between Newman and Almirola. That's the 4th spot. Newman just runs him over. I guess that Eric Almirola just was on the brakes just a little earlier. Newman didn't expect to be braking that early, and he drove into him, drove him into the wall. Yeah, they dropped right out of the top 10 when they were going for what could have been a really good result. I mean, Newman running up there in the top 5. Haven't seen it all year long, so it's a shame that this had to happen. A little bit of a charge there in the 20. You can see, yep, the 6 has some damage, but the 10 car just ahead, load of damage to his back bumper and trunk. So make our way into 19th. Though Eric keeps it going with the damage he has. So kudos to him for still running. The Coca-Cola 600 winner and the Smithfield Ford. As we're closing on the halfway mark in this race. Around the outside of Newman. We're just up into 18th spot. We're going to get past the 10, or we try to. As Newman pushed us a little bit wide. Didn't want to crash, so it just was on the gas there just a little longer. Around the outside we go. Almost spin the car into P17 at this very moment. So running good. They seem to lose tire grip, the folks now. A lot more than I probably do. So that's why they've been faster, because once again I think that's generally just an issue with the AI, that they're burning off their rubbers just that bit faster than I am. I'm not complaining. So you're on 16th right now, chasing 15th from Chris Buescher. And I wouldn't be surprised that we're going to see pit stops now. This or next lap. Well, not quite right now, but we're gone past the halfway, so the AI will definitely be able to make it on fuel, and that's good. Gonna make our way down to Rodney Childers and crew with 25 laps to go. Gotta get 4 fresh Goodyear tires. And the leader on pit lane, the actual race leader so far, Christopher Bell, on pit lane. They're just exiting ahead, the orange and black car. 4 fresh Goodyears onto our Busch Light Ford.
Keep it under 3,500.
And don't want to speed here.
Okay,
and we're out again. 24 to go. Let's see what we shuffle out when this cycle of pit stops is through. We got 20 laps to go. We're running in 20th behind Ty Dillon and Bubba Wallace, who were working to get. I just ran my fastest lap there. Alrighty. Fuel tank's gotta get empty, so there's that. And we're trying to work on them. I was passed by them actually when I came out of pit lane, also by Eric Jones just a bit ahead, because they were just so much quicker than I was, and I didn't want to be run over by someone. Again, fastest lap of the day. They're just 31.552. I'm slowly getting the hang of this racetrack as we're going 3 wide out of turn 2. Though I will admit I'm not going to send it. Ty Dillon sends it, drives a little bit deep into the corner. We're just going to go around the inside on this traction compound. Dillon gets the run as we're side by side with the Geico Chevy. 18 to go, trying for 18th spot. And Dillon drives it in deep, and this time he actually makes it work through turns 1 and 2. So can we counterattack here? I don't think we will be able to. Just gonna drive it into turn 3, excuse me. Just a little easy. Right now to the top of the racetrack. So running 19th at the moment with 17 to go. Now on 15 laps to go to the inside of Eric Jones. We tried to. Dylan made that pass work there on the Sport Clips Toyota. We're just gonna ride it around the bottom past the 20 car into 18th spot. Again, building a bit of a run on the 13. The 96 and 38 there. Suarez and Nemechek just ahead. We've come close to them as well. We're trying it maybe around the outside. With 14 to go. Nemechek been able to drive away there from the 96 just a little bit. Gonna let Ty battle it out with Suarez then. The CompScope Toyota just ahead. And then we're gonna swoop in. Went out the gas there just because I thought I was gonna run into the 13, but we didn't, luckily.
Stay low.
Gonna swoop in. And this time,
Clear outside.
for 17th spot, we got past the 13 car. Trying to chase down Daniel Suarez for 16th. We've got 10 laps to go, and we got a run on John Hunter Nemechek, almost coming together as my cars lose. And look who's just running ahead, that white and black car. That's Brad Keselowski under pressure for 13th spot by Chris Buescher. We're going to go around the 38, so Brad K had the chance of gaining some points on me, just didn't have the speed, it seems like. He started in the top 10, he's now running 14th as I cross the line 15th. So there will only be a 3-point gap. And we're moving quick. Yeah, we had some good speed here for that corner. Using some draft there, obviously. Gonna get on the brakes just a little earlier. It seems like Brad has used up some of his grip on his tires again. So we could finish ahead of our closest rival again today if we make this pass work. Side by side now with our championship rival. Around the outside, can we do it this time? We've struggled around the outside. But in 1 and 2, which has higher banking than 3 and 4, that works, and that works beautifully. And now on Buescher, have they used up all their stuff? Well, I'm sending it deep into 3 and 4. But we gained some traction out of turn 4 to the inside of Chris Buescher. And we are running 13th with 7 laps to go at Kentucky. Austin Dillon running 12th is 3, almost 4 seconds ahead. So don't know if we're going to catch him, but we got the speed right now, so who's asked we won't. Gonna come to the white flag this time around. We're still running 13th. We've been able to close in on them, but I don't think we're going to catch up. 2 of the top 10. Christopher Bell, the rookie, led pretty much from start to finish. Kurt Busch, the defending race winner, just behind his brother Kyle there in 7th. And the checkered flag will fly. And as we round 3 and 4, Christopher Bell wins his first race at the Kentucky Speedway. Truex, Larson, Logano, Johnson, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Kurt Busch, Alex Bowman, Clint Boyer, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, myself in 13th. Brad Keselowski drops to 17th. And yeah, that's your top 10. Christopher Bell, the first rookie to win. Not the one, it's not the rookie that won here in real life, but it is a rookie win in Kentucky in 2020. Well, we'll admit this was a fun race, though. We came from last on the grid and made it to 13th, so decent run there. So can't complain. It was a fun race. It was a fun race. It was a bit all over the place. You know, we could run high, we could run low. So no complaints on that front. I think Kentucky still holds up. It's not the most exciting racetrack. I think the ad had a little bit too much tie wear, but I can change that for future races here, obviously. 253 points, so we again gain a couple of points there on Brad Keselowski. Truex third, he closes in. 87 behind Brad, and then he has to close that gap. To me, Larson, Bowman, your top 5. Hamlin drops to 6th. Logano, Blaney, Kyle Busch, and Jimmy Johnson, your top 10 in the points. Next race is at New Hampshire, the Foxwoods Casino 301. which is a race I'm not looking forward to because, you know, I don't like this track, but it's only one day at the schedule, and it's only going to get better from here on. So we can work with that. We got the points cushion, and so we can't have a bad run here. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, subscribe. See you all next time. Have a good one, and goodbye.